Well, here we go. Going into the year 3 offseason, that playoff run, we should have had that. It all fell apart in the finals where we lost in 5 games to Rockford. And the unfortunate thing is, too, Roger Covert is probably not going to be on our roster next year. I have a feeling because he was called up to Pittsburgh late in the season. And I just get the feeling that he's going to start and stay on Pittsburgh. We're also unfortunately losing one of our top point scorers in the playoffs, Willie Holstein. He does not want to re-sign with us at all. Although he is actually, he is a prospect of Pittsburgh, so I guess that's why he was signed with us. But still, it's going to be unfortunate to lose him. Because, 20 passing, 18 puck handling, 17 offensive read. I mean, he is just an absolute offensive weapon there. Because as we see what he did in the playoffs, 22 points in 17 games played. I mean, he had a big impact. And that was the year to get it done. That was our chance. That was the best I've seen this team simulate since we've been here. And it just hurts. That hurts. Anyway, getting into the year 3 offseason now and hopefully into the year 4. And now we have the season score. So we did get 5 positive categories out of 7. So not bad. Our total season score is 37. Of course, I would have preferred to have that last one there. But a pretty good year as far as the season score goes. So now we have 7 available points. I'm gonna max out tactics. And I'm going to also put 2 more into player motivation. All right, so on July 1st, I've approached a few players here, just a couple of fill-in players mostly, a backup goaltender if we need him, and then a defenseman. And most of the reason for that is because a lot of our roster is pretty much the same as it was last season. And obviously, given that we went to the finals, I really like the way this team simulated. Obviously, we're not going to have the likes of Holstein or probably not Covert. I mean, he's still on the roster right now, but he'll probably be called up to Pittsburgh. But still, I don't want to go crazy with the changes because I feel like this roster can still do something. Lost a couple of pieces, sure, but I think the foundation's still there. And it's not like we really have the money to go after too many players anyway. I think we only have like $87,000 left in player budget. Yeah, $87,000 available for free agents. We're not going to be able to get anyone really good with that anyway. Currently in goal, we have Part and Nickel. Part was pretty good last season. He had a .912 save percentage in 25 games played. If Moorhead doesn't come back down, then Part should do a pretty good job. So we should be all set there in goal. On defense, we have 8. We have Yevchuk, Langley, Stell, Novi, Lazat, Adams, Deschanel, and McCullough. And then at forward, I'm really hoping, obviously, that Covert stays down here for the majority of the season, though I'm not expecting him to. So I think with that, once we get all the players who we have offered in free agency, which again, wasn't much, just some depth, but I'll go over them real quick anyway. You have Landon Lynn, who last season played for Edmonton in the WHL, 90 points in 68 games played. Then you have Omar Dakin, a center. He played last season with the Southwestern U.S. Semi-Pro team. He also was with the San Jose Barracuda the year before. He had 86 points in 39 games last season. Then Ryan Shortreed on defense. He had 63 points in 39 games played with the Southwestern U.S. Semi-Pro team. In 3 games played with the Barracuda last season, he had a point and a 71 grade. And then in goal, you have Angus Zer. And according to the team scouting ranking, he actually has a 4.5-star potential, at least for this league. So we'll see where he goes. And last season, he played with the Texas Stars of the AHL. 20 wins, 14 losses, 3 overtime losses, and a .904 save percentage. And just like that, we've made it to the start of the preseason of year number 4. Like I said, our roster is pretty much the same. Unfortunately, we do not have Moorhead with us, our goaltender from last season, so now we're going to have to rely on Part and Zur. So that being said, we'll skip through preseason, and then hopefully we'll be able to get through, the entire regular season, because I would just love to have this be an easy season. Something tells me it won't be, but I would love if we could just get through this season without any issues, especially considering what we were able to achieve last year, which at first it looked like we weren't even going to make the playoffs, but then, all of a sudden we make the AHL Cup finals. So I would love if we could replicate what we did in the second half of last season. That was, for the most part, pretty good. All right, so preseason was pretty crazy, honestly. We won 4, we lost 3. Hopefully the regular season's a bit more tame as far as the astronomical scores go. Unfortunately, it does look like we're starting the season without Roger Covert, but we do have Zebakin back on the roster. I believe he was pretty good himself, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 50 points for us back in the 2035-36 season. He spent all of last season with Pittsburgh. And now let's get the regular season underway. Okay, so this is an interesting turn of events 9 games into the season. All of a sudden, our penalty kill is really good, 89.3. But now our power play is abysmal, 12.5. 27th in the league. Not good. And we are also, unfortunately, 3-6 right now. It's November 1st now. We are 7-13-2. I'm considering just being the coach myself because this is getting a little ridiculous. We can't seem to find any rhythm with Shane Church. And now, not only are we not really scoring goals, we're at 2.64 goals for per game, 21st in the league. We're also pretty bad defensively as well. 5th worst in the league with a 3.50. Power play is middle of the pack right now, 17.8. Penalty kills, same thing, 82.7. So special teams could be better, but they could be worse, I suppose, with how bad even strength has been. Honestly, Zara's doing all right compared to what I thought he would be doing for where our record's at. He's got a 913 save percentage in 14 games played. So I don't even necessarily blame him. I think a lot of it's got to do with our skaters for whatever reason. Part, unfortunately, not doing too well. 900 save percentage in 9 games. Yeah, look at all those minuses. Ugh, ugly. 17 points for Covert, 14 for Lazat, 13 for Mags, 11 for Stone, 10 for... I'm not even trying to pronounce that one. But yeah, a pretty clear lack of depth scoring. And then on top of that, we did lose our captain Bovai to injury for about 10 games, or 12 actually. So that kind of hurt us as well. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's up with this team, but I'm considering just jumping in as the head coach myself because my player management's all the way up there at 20 now, and motivation's at 14, discipline's at 20, tactics are at 20. I've been boosting these ratings for a reason, and I think it might be time to utilize the 20 tactics there. Unless a specific coach from a couple of our former teams is available. No, he's still with ZSC. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, he's been with them for quite a while now. I mean, like I said, it makes sense. He's seen nothing but success with them. I don't blame them for holding on to him. And if we take a look at our schedule, we have 13 games this month. So I decided that if we don't win at least 8, so if we don't have 15 wins by the end of the month, then Shane Church is getting canned because honestly, my patience is running very thin. Last year was obviously good. That's why I kept him on board because, obviously the start to last year wasn't great either, but the team rebounded. We got to the finals. I thought everything was going to be great to start this season, but no, far from it. We just seem to have reverted back to where we were at the start of last season. And currently our point percentage is at .364. And quite frankly, I'm not sure the likelihood of us repeating what we did last year, which was obviously have a great second half of the season. So like I said, we'll go up to December 1st, and if we don't have 15 wins by then we're going to fire Shane Church. So a look at the man himself, Dorian Safetel. Every year he played for 11 seasons. He won 11 Hart trophies, 11 Norris trophies, and 11 Ted Lindsay awards. He won every single one of those awards every year he played. It's too much. It's just too much. He won 5 Stanley Cups as well. 1 with LA, 2 with Calgary, 2 with Chicago. And there was like 3 years where he didn't play as well. He didn't play when he was 31, 32, or 36 as well. 1,137 points in 868 games played. Definite first ballot Hall of Fame. Yeah, I'm not even going to delay this any longer. Like 9-18-3 now, that is just unacceptable. The past 4 games in particular have been really bad. Like 5-0 loss, 7-3 loss, 8-2 loss. It's bad. Well, it has been done. I'm now the head coach of the team as well as the GM, so we'll see how this goes. I've already set the lines for the team. I've already set the tactics, which took a while, but hoping these are the right ones that are going to be able to get us some more wins, because currently not in a good situation, obviously. Honestly, I'll be really surprised if we can even get back up to 500 at this rate, but you never know. Anyway, I've gone for more of a defensive strategy here because a lot of our players are good positionally, so I'm hoping that that'll be able to sort of help things along with, at least with our defense. Definitely been the area of concern over the past few years. As we take a look at our current goals against per game, 3.77, by far worse than the league. And even our goals for, really not impressive, 2.7. Yeah, everything needs to be worked on. Power play is at a 14.3. Penalty kill is not really that good either, compared to the rest of the league anyway, 81.9. I mean, that's not bad, but You know, it's 21st in the league out of 32, so really don't like to see it. All right, so we're at the end of the season now. We finished 32, 35, and 9. I'm pretty sure ever since I took over as the head coach, we went 23 and 23, so at least we were 500 during that span, but still not good enough, obviously. We definitely saw improvement, that's for sure. As we take a look at our goals for, we're actually the 4th highest goals for in the league. Unfortunately, goals against didn't improve much. So do I hire a new head coach going into next season? I don't know. It's definitely something to consider, but I think regardless, I'm not really too interested in bringing most of these guys back because this team just needs a complete overhaul. We were not in good shape for most of the season. I think I might bring back Langley, our goaltenders maybe, Lazat, Short Reed, that's about it. That's all I'm really feeling. And unfortunately, Langley is not interested in negotiations, and I would imagine neither is the majority of these other guys either. Yep, none of the guys that I'm interested in signing are interested in signing, so that's unfortunate. What about Bovai? He's our captain. Yep, not even he is. Yep, this team's going to get a complete overhaul during the offseason, let me tell you.